There is a strange contradiction in the human mind. The more desperately we try to forget something painful, the more power it gains over us. A memory we try to suppress doesn't fade. It sharpens. Modern psychology now confirms what ancient civilizations already knew. The mind does not heal through erasure. It heals through integration. In old Japan, broken things were never treated as failures. They were treated as stories. And today, you're going to learn why the pain you've been running from may actually be the key to your strength. If you stop trying to destroy it, this is not a story about moving on. It is a story about moving through the mistake we all make. When something breaks us, betrayal, loss, humiliation, abandonment, our first instinct is resistance. We say, I shouldn't still feel this. It was so long ago. I need to be stronger. I need to forget. But every time you push the memory away, your nervous system hears danger. And danger must be remembered. So, the mind does exactly the opposite of what you want. It replays the moment. It tightens the emotion. It traps you in time. This is why people remain stuck for decades. Not because the wound is too big, but because they keep fighting it. An old Japanese truth. More than 500 years ago, Japanese craftsmen discovered something unusual. When a ceramic bowl shattered, they didn't discard it. They gathered every fragment. They repaired it with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. The cracks were not hidden. They were illuminated. And the repaired bowl became more valuable than it ever was before. This philosophy wasn't about pottery. It was about life. The Japanese understood something modern culture struggles to accept. Damage does not destroy value. Avoidance does. Aiko's silence. Aiko was 36 when she realized she was exhausted. Not physically, emotionally. From the outside, her life looked stable. Career, apartment, routine. But inside, she was frozen at 23. That was the year she discovered the betrayal. Someone she trusted. Someone she planned a future with. The pain wasn't only heartbreak. It was humiliation. The feeling of having believed a lie. So she did what most people do. She erased photographs, blocked numbers, changed routines, avoided reminders. And for a while, it worked. Until it didn't. A sound, a smell, a sentence. And the pain returned fresh, sharp, present. 12 years passed. And she was still protecting a wound she refused to look at. Why time didn't heal her. People often say, time heals everything. That's not true. Time only heals what is processed. Unprocessed pain doesn't age. It waits. Aiko didn't suffer because she remembered. She suffered because she never allowed the memory to change. The second philosophy. There is another ancient idea older than Japan itself. Rooted in Taoist thought, it teaches something deeply uncomfortable. Healing cannot be forced. Water does not break stone by violence. It shapes it through patience. This philosophy teaches non-resistance, not passivity, not surrender, but alignment. Pain, like water, must be allowed to move. When you dam it, it floods you. The turning point. Aiko encountered this idea not in therapy, but in stillness. She stopped trying to fix herself, stopped demanding closure, stopped forcing strength. Instead, she did something radical. She sat with the memory, not to relive it, but to witness it. She wrote the story without censorship. The anger, the shame, the grief, the betrayal. And for the first time, something unexpected happened. The memory stayed, but its intensity softened. Not gone, transformed. Gold is not gratitude. This is important. Transformation is not about being thankful for pain. It is not pretending harm was good. It is asking a different question. What did surviving this give me that I didn't have before? Clarity, boundaries, discernment, depth, strength. Gold does not justify the break. It honors the repair. When the pain returns, healing is not linear. Sometimes the memory comes back. Sometimes fear resurfaces. That doesn't mean you're broken again. It means the crack still exists. And that's okay. The bowl was never meant to be flawless. It was meant to be real. Each return is an invitation, not to panic, but to integrate again. What changed in Aiko? Years later, Aiko could speak about the betrayal calmly. Not detached, integrated. The story no longer controlled her reactions. It informed her wisdom. She trusted again slowly, consciously, not because fear vanished, but because fear no longer ruled. The hidden truth about healing. Trauma does not disappear. It changes roles. At first, it is a wound, then a scar, then a story, then a source of strength, and finally, a quiet reminder of what you survived. The goal is not to erase the past. The goal is to stop being owned by it. What this means for you. If you are carrying something you've tried to forget, a betrayal, a failure, a loss, a moment of shame, here is the truth ancient Japan understood. You don't need to forget. You need to transform. You don't need to close the crack. You need to fill it with meaning. You don't need to fight healing. You need to allow it. Because the most dangerous pain is not the one that hurts. It's the one you refuse to face. Final reflection. The perfect bowl has never lived. The repaired bowl has a history. And history is where value comes from. Your cracks do not make you weak. They prove you endured. So stop asking, how do I erase this? And start asking, what kind of person did surviving this make me? That answer is where your gold is.